Big movements in Exela Technologies Incorporated stock price on Friday, moving 14.94% between high and low, updated on January 15, 2021. Buy or hold candidate since January 4, 2021 gained 78.83%. The Exela Technologies Incorporated stock price gained 6.56% on the last trading day, Friday, 15 January 2021, rising from 78 cents to 83 cents. During the day the stock fluctuated 14.94% from a day low at 77 cents to a day high of 89 cents. The price has risen in 8 of the last 10 days and is up by 99.37% over the past 2 weeks. Volume fell on the last day by minus 18 million shares, and in total, 27 million shares were bought and sold for approximately $22.14 million. You should take into consideration that falling volume on higher prices causes divergence and may be an early warning about possible changes over the next couple of days. The stock lies in the middle of a very wide and strong rising trend in the short term, and a further rise within the trend is signaled. Given the current short-term trend, the stock is expected to rise 24.52% during the next 3 months and, with a 90% probability, hold a price between 52 cents and $1.17 at the end of this 3-month period. Signals and forecast. The Exela Technologies Incorporated stock holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, giving a positive forecast for the stock. Also, there is a general buy signal from the relation between the two signals where the short-term average is above the long-term average. On corrections down, there will be some support from the lines at 68 cents and 46 cents. A breakdown below any of these levels will issue sell signals. Furthermore, there is a buy signal from the 3 months moving average convergence divergence, MACD. Volume fell during the last trading day despite gaining prices. This causes a divergence between volume and price, and it may be an early warning. The stock should be watched closely. Some negative signals were issued as well, and these may have some influence on the near short-term development. A sell signal was issued from a pivot top point on Wednesday, January 13, 2021, and so far it has fallen minus 11.60%. Further fall is indicated until a new bottom pivot has been found. Support, risk and stop loss. On the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at 78 cents and 63 cents. With no support from accumulated volume below today's level, the risk is increased, as a drop below the support at 63 cents may give a huge drop in the stock price. This stock may move very much during a day, volatility, and with a very large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band. This stock is considered to be very high risk. During the last day, the stock moved 12 cents between high and low, or 14.94%. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 22.82%. Our recommended stop loss, 79 cents, minus 5.02%. This stock has very high daily movements, and this gives very high risk. There is a sell signal from a pivot top found 2 days ago. Is Exela Technologies Incorporated stock a buy? Several short-term signals, along with a general good trend, are positive, and we conclude that the current level may hold a buying opportunity, as there is a fair chance for Exela Technologies Incorporated stock to perform well in the short term. Current score, 4.266. Predicted opening price for Exela Technologies Incorporated of Tuesday, January 19, 2021. The predicted opening price is based on yesterday's movements between high, low, and the closing price. Fair opening price January 19, 2021. Current price 83 cents. XELA is overvalued compared to its price of 83 cents per share, has below average safety, and is currently rated a hold. Recommendation, REC hold. REC reflects the cumulative effect of all the vector vest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value. Current price, 83 cents. Current value, 3 cents. XELA has a current value of 3 cents per share, compared to a price of 83 cents per share. This stock is currently overvalued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential, relative value/RV. Very poor. RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. XELA has an RV of 0.01, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety. Relative safety/RS. Poor. RS is an indicator of risk. XELA has an RS of 0.70, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RS is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility and other factors. Timing, relative timing/RT. Excellent. RT analyzes a stock's price trend. XELA has a relative timing of 1.40, which is excellent on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating, value safety timing/VST. Fair. VST is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. XELA has a VST rating of 0.96, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, RS, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety, and timing. Stop price, 52 cents. Stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. XELA has a stop of 52 cents per share. A stock's stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. C. Comfort Index. Poor. C is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. XELA has a C of 0.73, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. C is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT, earnings growth rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. XELA has a forecasted earnings growth rate of -10.00%, which VectorVest considers to be very poor. EPS, earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. XELA has a forecasted EPS of -52 cents per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. PE, price-to-earnings ratio. PE shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. XELA has a PE of -1.59. The average PE of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is 62.75. A. Earnings yield. A reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. XELA has an A of -62.80%. This is below the current average of 1.59% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. GPE, growth to PE ratio. XELA has a GPE rating of -6.28. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when GPE is greater than 1.00. Dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in division. XELA does not pay a dividend. DI, dividend yield. DI reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. XELA does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DI equals 100x, div/price. It is useful to compare DI with A. If DI is not significantly lower than A, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS, dividend safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. XELA does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have RS values well above 1.00 and A levels that are much higher than DI. DG, dividend growth rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. XELA does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG vector. YSG is an indicator which combines DI, DS and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. XELA does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety, and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. Of vol is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. XELA has an of vol of 11,838,088 shares traded per day. Percent volume. Percent volume reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the of vol. Percent volume equals volume of vol 100. XELA had a percent volume of 125.92% on Friday, January 15, 2021. Percent PRC. XELA price changed 6.56% from the prior day's closing price. Sales. XELA has annual sales of $1,372 million. Sales growth. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. XELA has a sales growth of -18.00% per year. This is very poor. Sales per share, SPS. XELA has annual sales of $9.30 per share. Price to sales ratio, PS. XELA has a PS of 0.09. Shares. XELA has 147 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization. XELA has a market capitalization of $122 million. Business sector. XELA has been assigned to the software business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group. XELA has been assigned to the software, financial, industry group. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors.